Hello there. So today I have a story for you. First of all, I'd like to say I hope you all had a very lovely Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a lovely time. And I'm wishing you all a very happy new year as we move into 2025. So I have a story for you today. This is based on a dream that Gloria Love had last night. So this would be the early hours of this morning, which is the 28th of December. So Gloria Love had this dream on the 28th of December. It is very metaphoric. In fact, the entire dream is metaphor, and Gloria Love was told that this dream was metaphor. And Gloria Love was told in the dream by the dream character to share the dream. And when Gloria awoke and spoke to her guidance system, they agreed to share the dream. So I'm going to give you the dream as it was presented to Gloria Love, which is in story form and all metaphor. Okay, so the story goes as such. This is the dream. Gloria Love was in the UK domain and was taken to view four different sites in the UK domain. She doesn't know or remember where these sites were, but they were spaced far apart from one another. In site one, there was a sacred ancient stone. The sacred ancient stone had been there since the beginning of time, and before that, it was a forever infinite stone. It had always been there, and it symbolizes something. Then she was taken to a second place in the UK domain and saw a second very ancient sacred stone, another infinity stone or forever stone that has always been there since the beginning of time. She then went to a third place in the UK domain and saw a third ancient infinity stone that has always been there since the beginning of time. She was then taken to a fourth place in the UK domain and was shown a fourth ancient stone that has been there since the beginning of time. These four stones together in their placements in the UK domain were doing something to the US domain. The fact that they were there was locking the US domain into this system that they were in now. So Gloria Love could see the US domain in her mind as she was looking at these four ancient stones in four different places in the UK domain. She could see the US domain as it stands now, and it is in a state of, let's say, hijack, and it is in a state of distortion and awaiting reconstruction into this beautiful new birthing. However, because of these four ancient stones in these four different places in the UK domain, that locks the US domain into this situation that they are in now. Now, what Gloria Love was shown that there was this current system which was known as the United States of America in the dream, totally fiction. Okay, United States of America. That was the current system. However, this old, ancient, original system and the new amazing birthing is known or would be known as America, the lands of America, or the lands of the Americas. These three titles were signifying the ancient and the new, but the current one was United States of, so US domain. So I'll just refer to that as US domain or Americano domain. So Americano domain is the ancient and the new birthing, and the US domain is the current system. With these four stones in place, these ancient stones in place in the UK domain, this locks the US domain in place, and it cannot move to Americano ancient or Americano new. So, moving forward in the story within the dream, Gloria Love was shown that many different types of magical people came to see the stones. Mathematicians, scientists, historians, and wizards, lots of wizards, and they were all shown the conundrum of the four stones, and they were told, and I don't know if the telling was from overlord structure or white-capped pixie structure or both or a neutral. I don't know who was doing the telling, but they were being told to try to work out how the four stones, there is a way that the four stones can unlock this current system. I'm just checking. We're still recording. Yes. This current system of the US domain, that these four stones, there's a way that this can unlock this system into the ancient Americano and the new birthing of the Americano, which is what was destined, because the locking in the US domain, the United States, the locking in was the hijack. So it was a freeing of, but these four stones in the UK domain were locking it in so it couldn't be free. So all these wizards came, all these mathematicians, historians, and scientists, and they were all working it out. And there were figures, and they had maps and coordinates and numbers and calculators and computers and loads of paperwork. And they were figuring it all out in their head and trying every single computation. And they all came to the same conclusion. It's impossible. It is impossible to free the US domain into the Americano ancient or Americano new with these four ancient stones in place. It's impossible to do it. They are locked in. And Gloria Love was thinking, well, I know that there's a way because I can see the ancient Americano still existing as the living lands that once were, that still are, and the new birthing, which is the same original organic lands birthed again within the new, but combined with the ancient. And Gloria Love could see that this was the way that it would go, and that this is the destiny, and this is the way it must go in order for all of the village to prosper and thrive. So she's thinking, why are all these amazing wizards and mathematicians and historians and scientists not able to work out the conundrum and all come to the same conclusion, which is impossible? And then Gloria Love was taken to this humble older man, and he said to her, I'm not a wizard, I'm not a mathematician, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a historian. I'm just a humble older man, a humble old man or humble older man. That's all I am. But I have solved the conundrum and the puzzle of the four stones, and I know how to free the US domain into the Americano ancient lands and the Americano new birthing. And so he said to Gloria, I'm going to tell you what I have discovered, how to work with this conundrum. I'm going to tell you what I've discovered, and you must share this. And he said, even though this is given to you as metaphor, it is given to you as metaphor for a reason, that is a shield. But we must have a storyteller who stands alongside mathematicians, scientists, Historians and wizards, we must have a storyteller to stand alongside them for those who use, and he showed me what I know to be cross-referencing, which would be known in the US domain as due diligence. For those who do this, they need a storyteller and they need the metaphor. And you are the storyteller, he said. You must tell this story. So he then said he'd solved the puzzle, he'd solved the conundrum, and he showed me the first stone in the first place in the UK domain is ancient and it is timeless and infinity and forever. It is a genuine infinity stone. It has been in place since the beginning of time and will be in place until the end of time. It is a 0 point field stone and it cannot be, he didn't say it can't be changed or moved, but it was basically it is as it is. It is. And that is that. The second stone in the UK domain is an infinity stone. It is an ancient stone. It has been in place since the beginning of time and will be in place until the end of time. It's a 0 point field stone, and it is as it is. The third stone in the third place in the UK domain is an infinity stone. It is a forever stone. It is timeless. It has been there since the beginning of time. It will be there till the end of time, and it is a 0 point field stone, and it is as it is. The fourth stone in the UK domain is an old stone. It has been there for a long, 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 long time. It has been there for many, many years, but it was placed there by the Fae, by man. It is not an infinity stone. It is not an ancient stone that has been there since the beginning of time and will be there till the end of time. It is an old stone, and it looks just like the other three, but it is not one of them. It is not one of what people have thought for so long is the four. The four is not part of this group. So when you take that stone away, because that stone can be removed, it is not ancient and old and timeless. It is not an infinity stone. It's an old stone. So it can be moved. And when that's moved, the other three fall into place. You are then presented with the true coordinates, the true presentation. It is the three, not the four. Once you are presented with the three, you will know how to free the US domain from the current hijacked system to the old ancient Americano and the new birthing of the Americano. So from moving from United States of into the lands of the lands of the Americas, the lands of the America or America. It's some other title like that, and it's three, not four. And when all the wizards, mathematicians, historians, and scientists understand, and that this is revealed, that it's three, not four, when it's revealed what the truth is, then the answer will be simple. So I asked, will this be revealed? And the humble man said, that is the destiny. This is why you are called to witness this story. But you are the storyteller and you must tell the story. You must stand alongside the scientists, the historians, the mathematicians, and the wizards. You must stand alongside them as the storyteller. You must deliver the metaphor. When Gloria Love woke up, she spoke to her guidance system, who confirmed, yes, you are the storyteller. The story must be told. You must share the story. So the metaphor is presented alongside all these other things. And what the three does is open up not just one solution, but multiple solutions. Because with the four, it was like it locked in. It can only be this. It can only be the US domain. It can only be the United States. There's no way it can be anything else. As soon as you move away this stone that's not part of the other three, this opens up not just one solution, but a myriad of solutions that evolve and evolve and evolve. And there's just an infinite number of solutions because these are infinity stones that are then set free. And this is the 0 point stones. So that was Gloria Love's dream. That is the story. And obviously, I've come online to share this story with you as soon as possible. Obviously, I've tried to do some analysis. I don't know if this is history, actual ancient sites. I don't know if this is financial and economic. Is it Politicano magazine related? I felt there was a Stormfire-ish connection somewhere to this. Or is it all of these things? I mean, this opening up of multiple, I feel it's all of these things. Like like a locked in presentation of everything, like this great revealing, and America becoming the true America holds the answers to everything. Why the UK domain hold the four, why they're there, I do not know. Why the UK domain is so linked to the US domain in this particular way, I don't know. Is it simply because that's where Gloria Love lives and she has to view this from there? Or is it genuinely the UK domain that's got some kind of thing? I don't know what the stones represent, but they're infinity stones, so I assume they represent multiple things. But my role was not to analyze. My role was to give the metaphor and give the story. So that is what I've done today with this video. So that's today's story. Thank you ever so much for listening. And once again, I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas and I'm wishing you all a very happy new year. Lots of love. Bye.